I think that's one of the more important meetings I've attended thus far. One of the realizations of governments, not just in this part of the world, but generally, is that you cannot operate effective government, nor can you have good governance, unless you bring civil society into the picture and do so in a meaningful way. Civil society has more than just a role to play. Civil society, in a way, acts as a check and balance upon the promise of government, when civil society is the one who actually puts government into office. And democracy, if you may consider it, is built upon certain pillars. One, the pillar of government and good governance. Secondly, you may say the economy, which involves the private sector and the creation of jobs and opportunities for people. And thirdly, civil society. And if any one of these are not in the equation, then you cannot have an effective democracy. In this particular meeting, which was attended by hundreds of persons from all over the region, I made the point that government to be effective, to really be effective, has always to keep in mind the needs and desires of people. We have seen in other parts of the world what happens in terms of social uprisings, where people's interests and needs are neglected by governments. And in this region, I think it's a very important step that in meetings like these, the views of civil society are being considered, and that these groups do feel that they have an important role to play in the whole process of decision making, and particularly in the formation of policy that eventually affects their lives.
Were there other foreign ministers advocating the same policies?
In fact, the view that I'm expressing here to you is a view that was widely held. In fact, the President of Colombia himself spoke about this. Secretary of State Clinton spoke about this. Eva Morales also spoke about this. And all the other ministers and presidents there endorsed this point of view about the importance of involving in a meaningful way civil society. There was a point made by President Santos which was very important. He was paying tribute to the indigenous people, and he was talking about climate change, and made the point that the indigenous people told him in their own way that the relationship between man and nature has become unbalanced, or there's an imbalance, and that nature has now begun to react, and the manner in which nature is reacting is seen in the whole gamut of climate change that's taking place.